Short sellers are more active than ever. Reverse repos dropped under 500 billion, coming in at 493 billion, and smart money has been loading back up on AMC. In today's video, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. All I'm going to ask you to do is hit the like button. It is free. Subscribe to the channel, have post notifications on, and drop a rocket comment down below if you think this is the time for AMC's run. Now, a lot of times we hear talks on YouTube as well as Twitter as well as other platforms that AMC is about to squeeze, and this is it. This is its point of interest. Including myself, I have found certain technical things that point AMC to go higher several different times, and then we have also seen why they didn't go higher, what pressed them down, so on and so forth. As of right now, I want to put this out there that AMC has a very, very good shot at doing it once again. Does that mean they are not going to find a way to push it down? No, it doesn't mean that. But as of right now, we are in an extremely, extremely good spot, and I'm going to show you what I see. AMC is trading at $4.81, down 1.64% on the day. From this low right here to today, it's 10 days on the dot. This doesn't have to only last 10 days. This could go on for a few more days. But I want to show you what we've been tracking back in January and how it's correlating. This little leg up right here is tracking perfectly from the low it had from 10 days, and I can move this and I can delete it and show you guys from this low, this wick down to this bottom before getting that leg higher, 10 days even, 10 days perfect. With that being said, tomorrow or after hours today, you could see AMC start to go higher, touch 545, 654, 750, 850, so on and so forth. As of right now, we are in the point of interest for AMC. I think a lot of you are gonna know what I'm about to talk about, and it has to do with Aron. Before we get into that, yes, finally, XRP making its move. We have been waiting and sitting on this thing. We've been watching Ethereum Classic test a crucial resistance level to take it to that next one. And now XRP is finally entering its point of interest, confirming what we've been tracking. You can see these nice green candles that we are getting on XRP. We had the low down here wick, low down here wick, and then entered this point of interest a little bit later. Low down here, both wick down, finally curving up to get into that point of interest. Now, if we remove the drawings, you can see these nice big green candles on XRP. I'm extremely hyped. XRP is doing well. Ethereum Classic is doing well. AMC is doing well. I think this is just the beginning of the run-up, and this is also going to follow the overall crypto space, Bitcoin, right? Now, keep in mind, if Ethereum Classic does keep moving like this, there is going to be a resistance level wherever this green descending channel is, and you can see that's going to be around 62 cents. So watch 62 cents for resistance on XRP temporarily, right? Now, what can screw all of this up? What can screw this run up? Sadly, earnings coming up. This can screw the run up, and it's not earnings itself, it's Aron. However, this can be the catalyst to make it go boom. AMC will announce Q4 and full year 2023 earnings February 28th at 5 p.m. EST, so an hour after market close. I realize many of you have wanted my take as to what is going on, but the best time to do so is on this year ending earnings call. Listen to the webcast. I'll have much to say. So this is going to be apparently a very, very important earnings call for shareholders, because Aron is saying, listen, you guys have been wanting my take on as to what's going on. Doesn't preface what he's talking about, but he's going to basically say what's going on. So a lot of the earnings calls, it's just a bunch of hoopla. We don't really care. Nothing really comes out that we have to grasp on, but hopefully he's saying that this will be good news, right? Hopefully he's going to address certain things. However, if we're entering the point of interest and we're scaling higher, he could very well shut it down. And I think this earnings call will really decide the difference, right, between Aron lovers and Aron haters, okay? And there's no in between here. I think this earnings call is going to decipher. If AMC is climbing and it's doing extremely well and he says something to shut it down, fuck him. He's a suit, right? If it's curling up, ready to enter that point of interest, and he drops a catalyst, drops a nuke on it, right? Boom, Aron is an ape. It is what it is. This is my take. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think he's going to say. Now, AMC also had an order imbalance of 59,587 shares on the buy side. Another good thing to see. Short interest rising once again, 12.21% short interest of free float, 30.57 million shares shorted. And if we come take a look at the Stonko Tracker numbers, 24,000 calls compared to 15,000 puts expiring in the money, and then 95,000 out of the money as well. for this week. So we are going to win on the option chain this week unless we see a major flush out towards the end of the day. But as of right now, AMC is looking decent. It's not even down 2% yet. So we are winning this week for the option chain. 130,000 short exempts back to back, 134, then 131. So they are kind of holding AMC where it's at, trying to match some of that momentum to keep it down, right? It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. The more it rolls down the hill, the faster it's going to get. However, if they put, little people on skis against this huge snowball or something trying to hold it back, right? They put 130,000 people trying to hold this little snowball back. It's going to slow it down on the way down, okay? It's going to slow it down. You remove those people, that snowball is going to gain tons of momentum and potentially, when it hits the bottom of the hill, cause something catastrophic. That is basically what's happening, and I just made that analogy off the top of my head. Now, if we take a look at GameStop, I found something perfectly that lines up, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So we had the cycle lined up back here when we dropped down, made the U, and this was the first cycle line. Now the cycle line lines up every single time with the cycles on GameStop, but if you take a look 130 days from this cycle, you will see GameStop is trading in this random channel. Okay, after this relative peak, it's trading in this random channel, very sideways. And if we come take a look at where GameStop is at right now, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see this sideways channel. And from the recent cycle line on GameStop, and this is the same exact cycle line, right? 130 days, we're in this random sideways channel right after this relative peak, and they're basically identical. With that being said, lottery stocks, what does this mean for GameStop? If GameStop plays through something very similarly, it's going to test the macro, which it is basically doing around 1465, come down back into this channel, come out of the macro, test $15.25, come back down into the macro mid-March, base off of the top of it, right, around $13.35, and then get that leg up to around $22. And that is what we're looking at. Otherwise, if this is invalidated, you could see a squeeze higher with AMC, Ethereum Classic, XRP, Bitcoin, a bunch of other meme stock plays and meme coin plays as well. GameStop numbers, 3,000 calls compared to 6,000 puts, and a ton of premium going to market makers for calls expiring out of the money. Not a good look. Losing on the options chain, 27,000 short exempts, then 11,000. The closer this thing gets to the macro trend line, the more short exempts are flushed in to keep it down. It's basically a programmed algorithm against the algorithm that is already originally set, so they can keep it down and keep it in. Before we move on, guys, get in the Discord. I post my trades as soon as I take them from my personal portfolio. Also, we talk stocks as well as crypto, and we have the best vibes in there. Whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, this is the place to go. There are no bad questions. Come talk with me. Come talk with 500 of the most amazing people, stocks and crypto all day long. Overall, level up your trading journey. We also have options trading alerts in there. Whether you use them or not, they are there for you. And it's a coffee a month, and I can show you how to pay for it for free. Use my link in the top of the description. Open a Moomoo account and deposit a penny. Once they give you your free stocks, you can choose to sell them or hold them. Either way, great platform to use. It's free, giving you 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash for 3 months, then 5.1 for the rest of the year. Overall, you don't earn this with a bank account. There's no risk, and you're getting a ton of other benefits. So sign up for Moomoo and deposit, and also get in the Discord. Both of those links are under the video, as well as pinned in the top of comments for you. Now, Bank of America says the Magnificent Seven resembles some of historic bubbles, but it's beyond that. It's actually worse than the dot-com bubble. The S&P 500 jumped 24% in 2023, but did it really perform that well? In 2023, 72% of stocks in the S&P underperformed the index itself. Even at the height of the dot-com bubble, 70% of stocks in the S&P underperformed the index. So in other words, the market is down even more, driven by a handful of stocks than it was in the dot-com bubble. The Magnificent Seven currently represents over 30% of the S&P 500, and a few stocks are effectively the stock market. This is extremely dangerous for the overall market, but the SPY still seems to keep pushing. 501.96, sitting back above that $5,000 level on the S&P. Beautiful, beautiful thing to see. Momentum is fading on this push higher, so don't be surprised if we get a double top and a push lower coming into the weekend or coming into next week. However, if we break out of this channel and we have that huge space to run higher, expect short sellers to get absolutely clapped in every single play across the board. Tesla, AMC, GameStop, Carvana, XELA, whatever it is. Any stock on our short squeeze radar, expect short sellers to get absolutely clapped. Tesla looking great. Broke above the 236 on the fib at 197, coming back down basing. Next level is the gap fill right around 207 and then 210. Watch those levels on Tesla, looking good. Now, Speaking of electric vehicle makers, Lucid Motors has just approved a new multi-million-dollar bonus for its CEO for his performance and contributions. Now, Lucid shares are down 70% over the last year, and the company lost $3 billion in the same time period, yet they are still cutting multi-million-dollar checks as bonuses for the CEO. Seems like poor management to me. Bitcoin 52,000. If we take a look at this thing on the weekly, this is absolutely a monster. Bitcoin is an absolute monster, climbing over the years, year in, year out, making new all-time highs, and it's about to go for that new all-time high this year, in my opinion. I'm holding Bitcoin, looking extremely well, coming into the halving. Not much to say here. We just ride the momentum and watch it. Now, banks are pushing the SEC to change accounting rules to make it easier and cheaper for banks to hold digital assets like Bitcoin for their customers. Even banks are getting involved in crypto. Finally, last sprinkle on top for crypto, BlackRock and Fidelity ETFs now hold over 190,000 Bitcoin, worth over $10 billion. Lastly, you remember when orange juice frozen concentrate futures flew out of nowhere for quite a while, up 370% from the low? Cocoa futures are now doing the same thing, up 220% currently. Keep an eye on these. Maybe you can make a little bit of money here. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Lastly, Jeff Bezos sold another $2 billion worth of Amazon, coming up to $6 billion sold in Amazon shares in the last week alone. What is Bezos doing? That is it, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Get in the Discord. Get your free stocks with Moomoo once you sign up and deposit even a penny into your account. I love you all. Thank you for the support. Lottery Stocks out.